Hello everyone, this is my video response on hot topics on sports of now. My first one I'm choosing was national news, and that was the allegation on Tennessee University athletic program. Uh, it's too often that we keep hearing about athletic programs that are scrutinized or allowing things to happen that are unethical um, with some of their programs in regards to either football, an example, and the basketball programs. But looking at this case, it seems to be uh, basketball and football players in this situation that was mentioned um, for during the allegation. I find it that athletic directors can only do but so much, especially at big schools like that. You can't control what every all the actions that the coaches are doing or things that the coaches are allowing. And at the same time, you have so many players um, for those sports programs that it is difficult to to watch and make sure everybody's doing everything that's ethical. But at the same time, an athletic director had to make sure that they set the tone in the beginning of the season with their coaches during their first coaches meeting, and also with the players to let them know that they're not condoning any of that type of behavior and things of that nature. Just from reading somewhat on the case and just hearing it on TV, it appeared that they were, the classic hush hush thing. Taking into account that the victims were coming to them about things that were happening with athletes, but they were just sweeping under the rug. Regardless of these athletes are, big name athletes in the school or whoever it is participating on the team, whether they're starters, bench riders, or whoever, they all should be held accountable. And it was surprising today to me that I was looking at it again, and it popped up that they were trying to get Peyton Manning name taken off the report, as part of the allegation. So I really felt some way about that because it almost seemed like that his status. I mean, he just won the Super Bowl and just who he is doesn't grant him a pass in this situation. So if he was named in the allegations by the women um, that were victims, then he should be held accountable for his actions. And I've seen on the bottom of the screen how all the coaches came together and saying that they love this program, and if they had a child, their child would come to this program, things of that nature. Rightfully so. Yeah, you're trying to you know damage control at this point, by making these statements, but when it all said and done, the justice will prevail. And if the allegations are true, then the university should be held accountable for that situation. Unfortunately, athletic director would be the first person to go. But again, you have to make sure when you're in that position that your program is running smoothly and everybody's on one accord and being held accountable for things that they're doing. Locally, I was looking at an article about basketball. We have a local player here where from DC, and his family had been through so many things where they've seen murder, things of that nature have happened. Um, where his father was killed right in the corner by his house. Then he turned around, and months later, just tragedies keep happening to his family. But he continues to press forward. He's playing basketball, and they were talking about how can basketball help save him. I think at times you hear the story a lot about sports being able to change people's lives. And I can definitely say I can testify for that for myself that sport did help change my life. I wouldn't go as drastic to say that it was having a murder or things, but I was living in a single family home. Uh, living below poverty, low income housing and stuff like that. And I made something out of the sports, and then I just enjoyed it. I honestly didn't think about carrying it into college and going that far. I just enjoyed playing, being active, being out there playing the game. So, but I can see how it changed, people's lives, and it's a positive thing. And I try to explain that to my elementary students that I'm coaching now that you know, sports is a part of your life. It can take you a long way through life, but at the same time, you have to make sure that you appreciate it, that you enjoy it while you're doing it, and make sure that you're doing the things that can continue to make you successful off the floor as well as on the floor. So um, those were the two that I chose that were intriguing to me because again, they both kind of well, I won't say they both, but the one that was in my area really hit to home. And again, it's a lot of tragedy with athletes that they go through, and it's a lot of times that you have to look at their situation. We can't just uh, judge people by what they do. Sometimes we have to look at their background and see where they came from. But again, you have to be held accountable for your actions. So thank you guys for just listening, and uh, see you later.